Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. Oh my goodness, what a day has been. It's official now. The duly elected governor of Imo State, Emeka Ihedioha, is out, and the guy who came fourth, yeah, you heard me right, the guy who came fourth, the number four guy during the elections, okay, is the guy who's now the governor of Imo State. His name is Uzodimma, Hope Uzodimma, right? Now, before I go into a number of issues that I want to touch regarding this situation, I want to call your attention to a video that I put out on April the 12th. I think April the 12th, 2019. It was a Friday. Now, I'm one of the people who supported Emeka Ihedioha. I prayed for him to win. I'm about the only person who went on record and prophesied, even though I'm not a prophet. I prophesied clearly that neither Rochas nor anyone from him would rule Imo State. And this happened at the time that Rochas was still larger than life and was so big, was still in APC. He had not formed his own party at that time. It's on record. I put it out there for the whole world to see. And so when Emeka came to power, we were all so happy, jubilating. Everybody was happy, including myself. But then all of a sudden, while we were jubilating over Emeka's victory, a governor that we all agreed was elected by the people, the people's choice, for once, for a change, while we were jubilating, I started having this awkward sensation in my spirit, and I began to shrink, and I was like, God, what is this about? And the Lord spoke, and he said, tell him that if he does not make the fight against Osuka's system a priority, that this thing is going to be cut short. Make it a priority, because Imo State is the headquarters of the observation of this wickedness. And I made the video and I said, God said I should tell you, Mr. Ihedioha, that if you don't make this a priority, you're going to end up worse than Ohakim and Rochas Okorocha put together. So you see, I didn't quite even understand what I was saying. I was just speaking what was in my mouth. Because I was to myself, I said, I know that Emeka is going to do well. I know that this guy is going to be far better. But why am I saying he's going to end up worse? I didn't have control over what I was saying. I thought, is it that he's not going to do well as a governor? Now I understand what God meant with that. His ending is going to be far worse than Hakim and Rochas put together. And look at what just happened. This is the first time ever. I have not seen, look at all his predecessors in Imo State. Nobody has had this level, this type of premature abortion of mission. This is unprecedented. And that's what God meant. You're going to end up worse than these two together. I made that video for Emeka Ihedioha. I would have gone to see him physically, but I got credible information from people around him that the video had gotten to him, so I relaxed. And I sent reminders. I said, make the fight against Osuka's system your priority in your... God even said he should declare it openly on the day of his inauguration. None of that happened. And I said, okay, I'll keep quiet. I spoke about Rochas not coming back. He didn't come back. Look, I'm not a prophet. I'm still the bloody actor that you know. In a few months, you're going to see my face in many movies. I'm still acting. I'm just a child of God who is sold out and dedicated to him. I'm not a prophet. I don't own a church. Maybe that's why people don't take me seriously sometimes when I say these things. Remember when I said that they're planning to kill the Ghanaian president? People came in and rained abuses on me. At the end of the day, less than 2 weeks after I said that, some people were caught. I say stuff and they just happen. They just happen. Some people who are not intelligent, who are so ignorant of what is happening, they keep thinking that whenever I'm talking about Osu, that I'm disturbing them. This is what God told me is happening now. That the Igbo nation will never rise above the ground if they don't abolish this thing summarily all over the eastern region. Osuka system, Ohu, and the rest of them. You're calling your brother and sister outcasts. And God said, I am angry. I have been patient enough. I am out now. And this is why he said, tell Emeka Ihedioha, because the place you govern is the headquarters for this wickedness in the whole eastern region. And I said it, and he didn't do anything. I was just posting peace pictures on my page for people to pray for him. I already knew this was going to happen. Because when God speaks, not even I can stop it, because I'm not the one who's putting the prophecy. I am not the one. It's only God who can stop it. This should never have happened. That's why Mbaka is coming out and telling you that that he saw a prophecy. Look, no offense intended, but I can bet my life Father Mbaka did not see any prophecy anywhere. The man did not hear anything from God. How dare you? These guys don't even have the fear of God. Which prophecy? They gave him a tip-off because they knew what they were coming to do was so evil and so unprecedented. So they had to tell him to make it look like a prophecy so it will have a spiritual coloration. Nonsense! You didn't hear anything from anywhere. Which prophecy? If he saw the prophecy, why didn't he see that Rochas and his boy will not come back to rule Imo State? I saw it, I put it on video, and I told people to go and send it to Rochas. Okay, if he's a prophet, okay, I'll let him tell us what is going to happen to Hope Uzodinma, because I will tell you right now what will happen to Hope. And I'm not even a prophet. I don't have a collar. I don't have a church. I would never be a pastor to pastor any church anywhere. I will forever be a child of God. See, which prophet? The problem is that there's a ruga structure in Imo State, a Fulanization structure in Imo State, thriving very well, established by Rochas Okorocha. Emeka Ihedioha came, and that foundation, the foundations of that structure began to shake violently, and they had no choice than to kick him out. You see, when you support that structure, you are free to do anything. You can be a thief, steal all the government money. You can get away with it. Nobody will ever look into your coffin. Nobody will look into your case. As long as you allow the Fulanization agenda of Igbo nation, starting from Imo State, to work, nobody will come to you. That's why Rochas was so recalcitrant. That's why he was so out of control. Nobody, Abuja was not looking at his matter. Nobody cares because he's allowed. But now this guy came to power, and that structure began to shake. So he had to go. But you see, if he had done what God said he should do, this would never have happened. He would have gotten the intervention of heaven that would have kept him in office up till now. Because we all know the regime we are living under. He did not do it. The Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. The Igbo nation will never rise. Will never rise until the governors in eastern Nigeria come together and make a law to criminalize Osu and Ohu, or calling anybody an outcast, or belittling another person. We are all equal. God says, I am tired. I've had enough. And you know another set of people who are coming to see the judgment of God? You see all these men and women, these parents who have put their foot down and say, my son will not marry this person. My daughter will. I'm not cursing you. God is my witness. I'm not cursing you. I'm telling you what I heard in my room. God said this year, he is coming to face all of you one by one. You mark, you will be, the news will come out again. It will look like the things I say. People will say, oh, go and sit down. But watch. You see, you are a father, you are a mother, and you are putting your foot down. My daughter will not marry this person. My son will not marry because it's Osu. But God says, I am coming for you in 2020. From this year, he will deal with all of you one by one. So that you will come and prove to him, when did you create a human being? After he has already accepted them into his fold, you are calling them outcasts. God wants to come and have a reason together with you. You will show God, how did you contribute in the making, in the creating of human beings, for you to come and begin to label and destroy their destinies with your useless and stupid classification. That is why the Igbo nation will never rise until this matter is sorted. You see, if this didn't happen now, look at when I posted the video on my page, people were insulting me as usual. They say, nothing will happen to our governor. Mr. Man, go and sit down, go and face your acting. What is this? Blah, blah, blah. Osu is nothing. A lot of people are thinking they will go get Biafra. You are going to get Biafra without Osu being dealt with. You must be a lunatic. I said so. You will not even get the slightest freedom in Nigeria if this is not that. Joseph Okechukwu says so. Write it down. Put my name there. When I say something, you people don't believe me, right? You will see. I won't talk. Who am I arguing with? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not dragging anything with anybody. I will just speak as always. So now it's Hope Uzodima's time, right? Hope Uzodima is about to become the governor of Imo State. Now let me tell you what is going to happen to Hope Uzodima. Except if Hope comes out and he decides on his own that, look, I am going to focus on this thing and do it well like there's no tomorrow. If not, let me tell you how Hope is going to end up. Hope Uzodima will not finish his term in office. I hope Mbaka can get up and as a prophet and also confirm this one. He will not finish his term in office. Hope Uzodima is going to be in the hospital. His deputy will be in acting capacity to finish his term in office before the term finishes. He will be in the hospital. Write it down. Just like all my videos. Write it down. Keep this video in your library. Download it and keep it. Don't just leave it on my page. Download the video. Keep it. You all of a sudden, Hope Uzodima will just become sick. Out of nowhere. Terribly sick. It will just be like the Buhari situation. He will be in and out of hospital, but he's going to stay in the hospital and his deputy will be in acting capacity to finish the term in office. Except if Hope decides to feverishly pursue the criminalization of Osuka's observation in Imo State and the rest of the eastern region. If he doesn't do that, obedience is better than sacrifice. Emeka was a good man. This shouldn't have happened to him. But unfortunately, they did not listen to instructions. And this just had to happen. And the Fulanization agenda in Imo State is about to be revamped again. And then, Igbo people, you continue to sink. You see that? Imagine when we started crying about Buhari's tyranny and brutality against Igbos and wickedness against Igbos. Imagine how long since 2015. Yorubas only started just last year, 2019. But guess what? They have gone to create Amotekun, their own security. Our own men began. The rest of them are busy parroting and defending the government, the regime. What has these Easterners, who are the ones that are more endangered, who are the ones that have lost the most disadvantaged from this regime, are the ones who have not done anything about security. But Yorubas, only just last year that they sacked about 2 or 3 prominent Yorubas within 48 hours. The next minute, Yorubas have gathered themselves together. They have created a Moteku and they're standing by it. That you and I are making. And you don't understand that there's a problem with Eastern Nigeria. I'm telling you, I am the son of the soil. The so-called Ahmadi nonsense that I don't even believe in. That's where I come from. I am telling you right now that if we don't deal with with this show of Osu, we will never go anywhere. Yorubas will even become a nation of their own and stand, but Nigeria will still hold us by the neck. I'm not cursing us. I am telling you what I'm seeing. You know, when I say what I see, it's not me cursing. No, I'm telling you what is going to happen. When I finish, throw the video away. If it is to come and tell me, hey, you said this, what did it? No, see, when this happened, nobody wants to make reference to the video anymore. All the useless things that come to my page to come and talk nonsense, everybody just shut up. But they know that I made the video. The video is all over the place, on YouTube and on Facebook. They don't want to reference. You can't give credit to Joseph now because he doesn't have a church. He's not a bishop. I'm saying it again today. This video, save it. Don't leave it on my page. Save it. You will see how everything I've told you now is going to happen. You will see it. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. The die is cast. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. We have Donald Trump, who is on the verge of helping us, and our people are not ready to be helped. This man will finish his second term in office and leave, and our people will still be in bondage in Nigeria because of foolishness and obstinacy. I'm a strong Trump campaigner. I work with the Trump campaign. I support him big time. But you know what? Even him, even me, cannot help Igbo people unless we obey God and do the right thing. May God have mercy on all of us.